Hi, welcome to Fully Clothed but Still a Little Afraid. Here is today's situation. You are located in a boreal forest near Emerald Lake in Yukon, Canada. It contains the northern boreal mountains, many species of trees, animals, and fresh lakes. One of the main sources of fresh and drinkable water you can get is at Emerald Lake. There is possibly the Yukon River as well, which is considered the fifth longest river in North America, and it contains healthy populations of salmon. This boreal forest in Yukon contains 8% of Canada's boreal forest, which is spread all across Canada. One of the landmarks nearby is the South Klondike Highway. Here's the climatogram. It seems as the average precipitation is around 6 centimeters and the temperature is often changed. In June, the average precipitation measurement is 4 centimeters and the average temperature is 10 degrees Celsius, which is 50 degrees Fahrenheit. It might affect your survival plan as it is still somewhat cold and may be possibly hard to keep warm. Of course, you will need to bring survival items on your journey to stay alive, such as a first aid kit for any injuries, including bandages and gauze, a map and compass for navigation, matches for setting up a fire, a pocket knife for cutting up food and carving wood, a water bottle and filter, a flashlight to see in the dark, bow and arrows to target down animals, string for fishing and for the bow, a pot for cooking food and boiling water, and an axe only in need for wood. A source of natural renewable energy would be making fire. Setting up a pile of wood and lighting up a match will keep you warm. An idea of planning for shelter could be making a wickiup. You can build this wickiup by gathering around large sticks and wood. You would then set them up in sort of a teepee formation and wrapping large leaves around them to secure them. You could also secure the wood with string. Here is a mini example.
A plant that can be found and harvested is garlic. When planting garlic, you should plant it in the fall. You must first break it up into cloves and plant only the healthiest looking ones. Make sure to plant them 6 to 8 inches apart and to cover them with 2 inches of soil. They begin to sprout 48 weeks later and can survive through the winter, which is very ideal when located in the boreal forest. A problem you may run into while in the boreal forest is not having a reliable source of water. To get over this problem, you must get some water, a pot, and a fire. You will pour the water into the pot, start a fire, and put the pot on top of the fire to boil it. By boiling the water, it purifies it and makes it better to drink. It also warms up the water, which in turn can warm you up when cold or allow you to make tea. When it gets cold or becomes night, you might find yourself needing to light a fire. You must be careful though, since you don't want to start a forest fire. A way to avoid damage is by making sure you don't light a fire when it's too windy, since you can risk the chance of flames flying around and catching on other vegetation. You must also make sure you're only burning natural materials, since burning other things like plastic or styrofoam may cause chemical combustion, which is very dangerous and toxic, not only to humans but to the animals and environment around you. After the fire has burned out, you must also make sure that the wood isn't too hot to make sure it doesn't catch again on, like I said before, any other vegetation. When in the boreal forest, you most likely experience very cold weather. Being in that type of weather may cause hypothermia. The best way to plan for this is by just layering up on clothes to trap the heat and by eating plenty of food to fuel yourself, keep warm, and of course, gain energy. If you do get hypothermia, it's best to just gradually add more layers, avoid the wind, and drink sweet warm drinks that aren't alcoholic.
A few medicinal organisms that can be found are shrubs, mosses, and lichens. Sphagnum moss, found in the boreal forest, forms a thick, spongy blanket that can hold up to 4,000% of its weight in water. There are multiple different ways to prepare food with fire. One of the ways that we will be showing you would be starting a fire and lighting it up with matches that are in your survival kit. Then take a couple sticks and hold up a pan that is also in your survival kit and place the food that you will be cooking on top of it. Then let it cook completely and then you can enjoy.